are there plans to basically make the future roster a bit more split between the three roles, so there isn't that 90% DPS and the other characters are Vanguard and Strategist?
Yeah, I think that one of the goals for the game is we want to attract as many different types of players as we can, and having different proportions on the different roles is important for that. So we want to appeal to all types of players and give them lots of different options to play for their different play style. Whether you prefer being, a support type character or up in the front of the battle toe-to-toe. We want to give you a lot of different options. So we're definitely looking at balancing and expanding that moving forward.
All right. So that was it. Thank you for answering the questions, and really good job, guys. Keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you. Good questions. Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Coming clearly.
Awesome. So I have a question, because one of my favorite things that I like about games is the story. I love seeing a great story evolve. So I just want to know how you guys plan to evolve the story that I'm already super interested in.
So whenever we have new characters, new map, new whatever, you will be guaranteed that we will treat this story very seriously. Like, in terms of, we'll wrap it in the environment, we'll wrap it with the character dialogues, we'll wrap everybody, even existing cast. There will be changes to how they talk to each other, based on the world view of the current season, if you will, right? So yeah, look forward to this story being built layer upon layer, and we also have chance to introduce more new content, new story arc later down the line. So yeah, story is everything about Marvel games.
Awesome. I mean, from what I read during the alpha and all the character lore, I mean, it already seems awesome.
Yeah, and we're going to continue building upon that.
Awesome. Well, that's the only question I had. So thank you for having me, and thank you for everything you guys have done for the game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. You might remember, I was the guy in the server a while back, one of the live streams. I'm a huge Doctor Strange fan. I've read every Doctor Strange comic ever.
Nice.
I just wanted to request, please add a General Strange skin for Doctor Strange from the newest run of Doctor Strange comics.
We will take that into consideration.
Big Doctor Strange fan. I am.
Also,
one of my favorites.
Also, when is the music from Marvel Rivals coming out to Spotify?
Well, I know, but I won't tell you. It will come when it comes. So you will be sure to know about it. But I mean, look, Marvel Rival has a great soundtrack. We plan to expand upon it. We're gonna touch upon it more in the future beat about who composed the music. Basically the sound of Marvel Rivals, basically. And we'll talk about this more in the later date.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
How are you guys going for time?
I don't see any people coming. Let's go. Keep going.
Let's keep this going.
Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
So, my question here is, will there be any moveset changes from the old beta to the new one?
The old alpha to the new.
Yes.
Probably not that much changes. It's probably some stat changes, maybe.
Some balance changes.
Balance.
Yeah. And 2 new characters, and it's on PlayStation and Xbox. But apart from that,
Just same as okay. Just gotcha. Well, thank you, and have a nice day.
Yeah, and then we'll probably plug some exploits. So
Of course. I'll make sure to look out for those exploits.
yes, and then tell us about them. So
so
we know
it's
what
all
about.
I'll keep one to myself, just so I can, I know.
Classic.
Thank you.
NED.
Hey.
hello.
Hello.
I actually did not get to play the beta, but I've been watching gameplay footage for the entire time. The game looks amazing. I was wondering if you guys were going to consider an open beta at some point.
So this is a large-scale closed beta. It's be significantly larger than the closed alpha. So depends on what we do with the closed beta, maybe. But right now we just focus on having a great closed beta.
All right. Fingers crossed I make it next time. But I was gonna ask
if I didn't go well in closed beta. I mean, why not?
Oh yeah, no. It's like I said, just watching it looks fun. So
I hope you get to play it.
yeah. I was gonna also ask, what do you think the biggest scale for a character you would do, considering like Marvel characters get pretty crazy? I really like Venom just looking like he's from a horror movie sometimes. The way he like slides across the ground.
Yeah, we work closely with the Netties team. Like we, when we talk about having a new character, we look at a character and say, what is the most important thing about this character? Like if there's a one or two thing that you want to represent in terms of power fantasy or the look or the design, like what those are, right? And that communicates to how it looks, how it plays, how it feels, and how it sounds, right? So hopefully, we do every single character justice by looking at each characters in Marvel Rivals. You'll be able to tell, okay, I know what this character does. You say Venom looks like a horror coming out from the movie. Yes, it is a horror coming out from the movie.
Hey, thank you. I am really looking forward to that release. I'm gonna spawn camp this game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kenny. All right, next up, Unstable Gamer.
Oh my god! Hey, what up? I haven't freaking seen you in like 5 years.
It's
Marvel
been a while. Marvel Revolution, right? Hey,
know.
Danny, team. First, yeah, I had an opportunity to get into the game. It's a blast. Love it. Can't wait to see more of it. I had a couple questions really quick. What have you had much thought behind the character release schedule? So once the game finally launches, does it look like one a month, one every other month? Kind of any thoughts around that?
We have a timeline and a plan. We're not in a situation where we can actually publicly announce how that's going to be, but we've got a long-term roadmap in place for characters and maps and things like that. There is definitely a planned release schedule. Unfortunately, I can't go into too much detail.
In the future, though, we do plan to share that roadmap and talk about it with the community. So
That is awesome. Roadmaps, very cool. And the other thing, and because you guys know me, mobile games, with you announcing console, any conversations around mobile?
Any conversation around what?
Around mobile.
Oh no! For now, we announced for PC and console, and then plan to focus on.
Okay, cool.
And this game
Thank
run
you very
on
much.
Engine 5, so.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Good to talk to you again.
Good to see you.
Thanks.
Hi, I know I was just up here. I thought of 2 more questions. So when you're playing the game, a lot of the times it feels like there's too much audio clutter going on. For example, say both Scarlet Witches ult at the same time, it's the same exact voice line. Do you guys plan on changing that so different teams have different voice lines, so it doesn't you know who's ulting?
we've heard that feedback before, and that's something we're actively looking at.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I can't remember the other one, so that's all.
Come back when you remembered it.
Definitely will. Thank you.
It's
That's
pretty
pretty typical.
Hello.
It's a
Thanks for
pretty
bringing-
typical rake.
I have some really good questions. So for the monetization aspect of the game, one of the I've seen like a lot of criticisms, I guess, that will you guys like put the characters behind like a paywall?
Well, we're not going to sell
Like-
power. We're going to sell vanity, visual
That's
customization,
great, yeah.
things of that nature. So there's
Very
no
cool.
gameplay balance changes through the monetization aspect.
Okay, great. And then second thing, when I was some of the maps have like the payload maps. Sometimes like the chokes like they have extremes. Basically, some of the maps have like huge cover, high ground, and lots of open space. But like the next second, you can go to a very, very tight area. There's like extremes, which I didn't really like. Would you guys ever change that?
I mean, certainly there are all kinds of different map styles we've been experimenting with. That kind of feedback is the stuff that we as a development team love to hear. You know, so keep telling us your feedback, and we're gonna listen to all of the players. Now, obviously, we can't do everything all the time, but we are trying to make the best, most fun experience we can for Marvel Rivals, and that kind of feedback is really important to us.
Yeah, the most important also is cover the most players, right? Maybe some people just have difficulty going through a tight corner or a wider space. So I mean, if you there are so many different type of players. Like some are strategists, like to use the environment to their advantage. Some just like to shoot everything that move. Some just like to hang back. Like there are so many different type of gamers that we hope to bring in to have a different variety of flavors across the map.
So that's a great point, Danny. And I think that the different types of characters have different abilities. Some are good in tight spaces. Like if I get Magik into a corridor with some long range characters, I can wreak some damage. So I think, also you're able to change up your character based on the play space you're currently in the map. It's one of the things we hope players will adapt to.
It's not one size fits all.
Yeah. So great feedback. Thank you.
Yeah.
Second thing is that, will you guys ever add like a healing passive to make it easier to find a health pack with like a lot going on?
That's something that we continually look at and tune. That's a relatively easy change for us to move those around. So again, your feedback is critical on that. Like, in this spot I found blah blah blah, and if we get a lot of signal about that specific thing, that indicates to us this is a good spot to make a change. Yeah. So keep that feedback coming, man.
All right. One last thing. I felt like some most of the ultimates are just like big AoE explosions. I feel like for me it just scales poorly, and I don't really find it interesting. I don't know. Will you ever guys change that?
I mean, again, we love the feedback, and we're always looking for new ways to allow players to be successful. If there are other ult ideas you've got that aren't like that you think would be phenomenal, please suggest them. We'd love to hear them.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good
Pretty
to hear.
typical.
Thank you.
Good? Yeah, good for telling. Oh, Brady got me.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hey,
sorry, guys.
we
My
have
English
time
is
for
not
the
perfect.
last two. Okay?
Okay.
What?
Last two.
Okay, I will ask 2 questions. How many servers do we have in beta? This is the first one. The second one, it's can we have a sniper character with a scope at least?
So what was the first one again?
How many characters?
How many servers?
How many servers?
Oh,
Yeah.
servers.
So we can tell you we're gonna have servers in North America, Europe, and some other regions, right?
Okay, that's good.
I personally fought for. Don't quote me on this. That's confirmed. I fought for North Asia and Oceania, a Latin America one as well. So to cover as much player base here as much possible for the beta. So you're in good hands, and we'll see what the dev team can do.
Okay, the second question, can we have a sniper character?
Sniper.
With a
I
scope?
would love for character requests and the gameplay requests. Keep them coming. We can't say that definitively we're going to do that or not do that. We've got a lot of different characters to pull from, and a lot of different criteria for how they need to work with the team, or or are they iconic? Are they curveballs? Are they a deep cut, and so on. So it's a really complicated question, and we really want to hear you guys in terms of which characters you think would be a great addition. So sniper character, who are you thinking of, for example?
But Nightcrawler in 2099.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, OGS. We'll try to squeeze one more in.
Go. Hello.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
It's nice to see you again.
I know it's you again, but the job's not finished.
Job's never finished.
Yes.
All right, so 2 things. One's a little less serious than the other, but first things first. Is that room hot? Because it looks hot.
Yeah.
It's very hard. We got a fan.
Good eye.
Yeah.
All right, and for the second question, which is a little more important, but I'm not sure if you guys can like answer directly. Probably not. Is in terms of the way that cosmetics will be obtained and such things. There was that currency that you had credits, but will there be also like a loot box system or just earning it through free play or something like that?
So, go ahead.
No, please.
Yeah, so in terms of monetization stuff, we'll explain it down the line. But you have experienced that in the alpha where you go through the battle pass. That's something we'll continue to have. You have your activities, your weeklies, your dailies, like all the stuff we'll continue to roll into beta, and we'll plan to expand that. And if you haven't seen that system inside, most likely you will see. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. No, thank you guys. That was all. I love you.
Oh, we love you too. So for everyone who didn't get a chance, we might be back tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep.
We're gonna have another session. This is a great way to celebrate with all the support that you have given us here with the team, and we thank you. And we will see you on Discord. And tomorrow we'll announce the time. We'll be back. Gather your question overnight. If you have anything, come ask us. We'll see you.
Bring that passion. We love it.
We love you. See ya.
Bye, guys. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Thad.